What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Action Figure Talk Show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today, we've got more exclusives.
We hear you loud and clear. We know you really didn't like those exclusives that we made very accurate to be entertainment. But we're going to do more.
We're also going to be counting down our top 5 comic characters we would like to see in the next comic book wave of figures, because it has been confirmed from Yakface that the comic line that we saw this year with, Luke and Kirkanos, it's going to continue next year. So we're most likely going to see another wave. So we figured we'd rifle off 5 characters we would like to see, also kind of using like the parameters that they are going to have to be mostly reuse slash like legends. We do have some current canon characters there, but we were just thinking of characters
because he says special Lucasfilm publishing.
Right. I think that just probably covers in case they want to throw in a book character. Or something. But first, let's talk about the exclusives. So, of course, this also comes from Yakface. We're getting 2 new Target exclusives, Justin. The exclusives won't end. This is just... The prices just keep going up.
Yeah.
They just keep going up. So the first one is codenamed Squat. Now, this figure is going to retail for $26.49, which is the new Black Series price at Target.
The exclusive price.
Currently, like for instance, online right now, the Clone Wars figures are $26.49 randomly all of a sudden.
Why not?
When at first when they went up online, they were $24.99, and then they increased the price when the restock came back.
Why not?
They're like, well, these are selling so well, we could make another extra $2 on this.
Hopefully it's something stupid.
At this point, that's all we can hope for, is that it's something undesirable. But Target seems to almost always get desirable exclusives, so
I guess
it's hard to tell what this is going to be at this point. Is there going to be more figures? Is it going to be part of a wave? We don't have that information yet, but you guys know we always love to report on our code names and also break the bad news and just brace for it now that there's more Target exclusives coming. So we're also getting a second one.
Jog.
and this one's $36.99.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Now, this isn't too outlandish. We have had a $34.99 Target exclusive before with the Mandalorian build-up pack that came with Mando, Grogu, and all the extra accessories. So now it's like that Black Series price hike that is in effect in some areas and it's not in effect in different areas. I don't know.
Right. It's not across the board.
$36.99 is pushing it really far, and I really hope, it has to be something balls to the wall amazing. Like
something super juicy.
Yeah.
I was thinking, we were just kind of spitballing in our group chat earlier, and I was saying maybe re-armored Boba Fett on the Bib Fortuna throne.
I feel like it's got to be something special like that. It can't be just a like a deluxe Boba or a deluxe Jar Jar.
Right. It's got to be something
for pushing $40.
Right. Getting into almost, creeping into those import prices.
That's a little odd.
Again, this is another thing. We have no more information on it at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, it will be a deluxe figure of some sort.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's something good and worthwhile. But also on the same hand, if it's exclusive and it's a fan favorite character, we're probably going to be pissed off in a few months.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if it's...
I'm totally hoping it's just something so stupid and undesirable.
Because that's all you could hope for at this point with exclusives, is that it's just something you don't want.
As fans and collectors, we're hoping that it's something stupid and undesirable. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. I hope it's something that I don't want.
Right.
Because it is an exclusive.
Yep, and we don't want to go through the trouble of Target's garbage website and the fight to get them in store.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Patrick said he heard us loud and clear.
Wait, they said that after the Walmart fiasco, and look where that got us. I mean, the optimist in me thinks maybe the Target deal was already in place. They couldn't go back on it.
Yeah, they couldn't go back.
They couldn't go back on it. It was too late. Maybe, but clearly we could just keep getting more and more rumored exclusives.
I feel like the more and more weeks that go by, the more that people complain, the more exclusives they do.
Yeah.
And at this point, it doesn't faze me in the slightest.
Right. It's just... it's almost just like being beaten down to the point of you're just like, whatever. But anyways, like we mentioned earlier, Yakface also confirmed that we will be seeing another wave of comic book Legends
Lucasfilm Publishing
figures next year. So, of course, again, that was the past wave here we saw with Kyrkanos, Jackson, Luke Skywalker with Salamiri, and, of course, the epic Apprentice Darth Maul figure, all of which did have some reuse to them. So that's kind of another...
It's a budget line.
Well, yeah, it's
another budget
It's another budget line. A little bit more tooling than Gaming Greats or the other repaint, reuse lines. So we wanted to just rifle off 5 characters that we think we would like to see, but also in the parameters that these figures could also be realistically made with minimal new pieces.
Yeah, heavy reuse.
So... these are in no particular order. We thought this would be a pretty good topic. There's a ton of comic book characters out there to choose from. So, of course, we would love to hear what characters you would like to see in this upcoming wave. But also, make it interesting and try and think, which characters could we see with the reuse? Let's jump into the very first pick. I mean, no particular order. Karnor Jax, because now we have Kyrkanos, who came in a Karnor Jax box.
Yeah.
We need a Karnor Jax that comes in a Kyrkanos box.
So do you want it to come in the Kyrkanos box?
I think that it would just be funny. It'd be a nice, just cheeky reference.
But do you want Karnor Jax on the box and to say Kyrkanos text?
At this point, I would just want it to match. So it would say Kyrkanos, but have pictures of Karnor Jax.
Oh, okay.
I mean, of course, you can't have Kyrkanos without Karnor Jax. Karnor Jax is the villain, so obviously would just be another repaint of the Royal Guard body, just with the different color scheme that's accurate towards Karnor Jax.
The entertainment. All right, one of my picks was from... It's canon, but I don't care because I haven't read much of the Legends comics or novels for that matter.
Well, and to be fair, Jackson, the character, the box references a current ongoing comic book, so... Darth
Momin, or just Momin, who is an ancient Sith Lord from the Charles Soule Vader Dark Lord of the Sith comic book from 2017, which we really, really enjoy.
Such a great book.
The 25-issue series. He's kind of like, he's an ancient Sith Lord, but also a sculptor.
Right.
And the helmet, it's like Sidious gifts it to Vader after he claims Mustafar. And it's like this ancient Sith relic, but it has his essence inside of it. So if it gets put on someone's head, they get possessed by him. And he actually ends up designing Fortress Vader, which is awesome. I love that storyline. It's such an interesting storyline, but, you know, he's a dual wielder. Mm-hmm. So it'll be nice to get another dual wielding red lightsaber character in the line.
And instantly what I thought was, you could probably fudge the Darth Revan body to be Darth Momin.
Yeah, and you would have to, like, you know, get some new hair, because he has, like, the hair
so there's
flying back.
You know, it would have that fair amount of
There's some body that they can reuse.
Right. Another pick of mine, which is always a classic, would be the Shadows of Empire bounty hunter version of Chewbacca with the buzz top. So, I don't know if you've ever seen what Chewie looks like.
I was looking at photos earlier.
Yeah.
I know there's a figure of it.
Right. So they kind of gave him like a cheesy 90s flat top haircut. But obviously you could just use the Wookiee body and give him all the little extra bits that he has when he's in the bounty hunter disguise. Right. That would just be a fun figure. I think we definitely need to see Shadows of the Empire figures at some point. The reason I obviously chose Chewbacca is because we already have the Wookiee body. I'd love to see like Dash Rendar and stuff, but I feel like Dash would have to be a new figure, head to toe.
Yeah, for sure.
So reuse wise, I shot for Shadows of the Empire Chewbacca.
Nice. My next pick was this is another canon character, but it's such an easy retool, reuse, repaint, not even just include the green lightsaber. It's
right.
Sergeant Creel from the mainline 2015 Star Wars comic, which is it's something that Nate and I we've been reading.
Yeah.
And that character comes up and he's pretty dope. And it's actually like, you know, Scar Squadron and Task Force 99, they were named after the Bad Batch before they came back into canon.
Right.
Which is the funniest thing because there's like a huge one that's like Wrecker, there's like a sniper. I'm like, that's honestly pretty cool that they did that as like a deep cut Easter egg reference to the unfinished Clone Wars arc. And then that obviously came back into canon.
Right, yeah.
And Sergeant Creel, he's just a stormtrooper, orange pauldron, green lightsaber.
What else do you need?
His armor does differ. It's like one of those it's a comic book. It's heavily stylized. Because you were wondering, like, is he a bigger person or like a bigger character?
Because I mean, you look at certain art interpretations of him and he looks
huge.
He looks like Wrecker size, but then there's other images where he's like a normal.
When he's fighting Luke, it's like they look comparable.
Right.
So, and there is like sometimes there's like a special wrist thing that lights up, and there's like in some panels there's like some pouches and stuff, but still very easy to do on the new Stormtrooper body. Give him the orange pauldron, do the little wrist thing. Do a pouch or two, different, variety of things, and then just give him the green lightsaber. I don't think it's ever specified which Jedi that lightsaber belongs to, but it's like that hut, the collector hut, that has all the Jedi artifacts. But yeah, I think it'd be a pretty easy figure to make, honestly.
Definitely.
And while they're at it, just do Task Force 99, because that would be epic.
Right. Surprisingly good. If you haven't checked out the 2015 Jason Aaron Star Wars comic book, highly recommend you do. It's surprisingly awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
And our final pick here, of course, gotta have another Luke Skywalker. People always say, how many more Lukes are there? And we even said last week, what other Luke could they do? And then a bunch of people were like, back to Luke. So, in addition to that, how about Dark Empire Luke Skywalker? When he's in his, Sith outfit.
It's kind of like Vader.
It's kind of like
the Vader suit in a way, like the arms and such.
It's like Vader-y, it's Palpatine-y.
Yeah. It's
kind of both, but growing up, seeing that iconic cover all the time of Luke's evil, that's always drawn me in. And even though honestly I think Dark Empire is kind of a crappy comic book, it's not very good, the imagery is iconic enough to where I would 100%.
It's a very recognizable cover.
Yeah,
very recognizable.
Even though I think the story is extremely cheesy and goofy, and even Rise of Skywalker takes elements from it, which you're like, okay. Again, it would just be easy to do because obviously there's a ton of Luke pieces that you could choose from. You can mix and match, give him the soft good Emperor robe, something like that. So I think it would just be an easy figure to pull off, and it's another Luke, but it's a badass version of Luke. I again really like the character design. Don't care for the story, but the character design is awesome. Right. So those are our picks of comic book figures we would realistically like to see come to the Black Series in the next wave of these figures, which is allegedly coming in 2022. Yeah. So again, which characters would you like to see from the comic books or books? And if you want to get a little spicy, let us know what figures you think they could reuse to make these new characters. Mm-hmm. And of course, that brings us to the end of this episode. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars, the Black Series here on the channel. Of course, join us almost every single Sunday. Join us this Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time for our live Black Series discussion hangout streams where It's usually just Justin and I or a guest, and we just talk about Star Wars, talk about the Black Series, talk about other action figures.
It's a fun little time.
Yeah, it's just a nice way to hang out, enjoy a nice Sunday afternoon. So,
and also just subscribe, because we are so close to 7,000 subscribers. By the time this video goes up, we'll probably be at like 6,980 something, my prediction.
Right.
So go ahead, click subscribe if you haven't already. We are going to be doing something special for 7K. Won't say what it is yet. We got to get there first.
And of course, if you are interested in joining our community, check out our Discord, which is a nice little place to hang out, talk action figures, talk Star Wars, get some figures for retail price plus shipping. I know
our policy.
Our community is super good.
That's our policy.
It makes me proud when I see people throwing out Obi-Wans, Echoes, Anakins, going retail price plus shipping. So we got a nice little community building over there. So if you're interested in that, links for everything are in the description down below. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
We will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.